Welcome again, divine architects, new earth's creators. Thank you for your time and attention given to this interaction, this co-creation. So we're gonna dig right in. This reading is for your highest and greatest good, and I hope and I pray to find that this reading finds you in a perfect setting so you are able to receive the message herein transmitted. So I begin with the question, for whom do I read? Please, Holy Spirit, for whom do I read? What the challenge? What is the challenge they're facing? What is the response, the answer from Spirit? From battles and disappointments, we are moving along. So let's see, the rune of the day is Fehu. Is it? Oh no, it's Anzus. Yeah, I always confuse this one with Fehu. The Anzus is actually Odin. It represents Odinian consciousness, the god consciousness. It's kind of important rune. And Fehu is on the other side. These sleeves are going up, and that one represents wealth and prosperity. This one represents, of course, Odinian consciousness, magical force that rules, that moves. And we have 3 cards for today. The one is judgment. This is, you're being initiated, you're being called into really yourself, really your soul's calling, your true orientation in your life to guide you, to move you. This is this calling, the greater initiation of from Spirit. The angel here is blowing a trumpet. Usually it's Gabriel who blows the trumpet, and I think Gabriel blows the trumpet on the judgment day, and he calls the dead are waking up to be judged. This is the weighing of the heart thing in Egyptian, where you're being judged on your lived life and determined if you are ready to go in the afterlife. This represents your initiation after these struggles and really, battles, quote unquote. You're being awakened into new. And another symbolism of, initiatory path. The path, initiatory situation, initiatory actions or non-actions. In this case, the hanged man represents the ability, the time, the moments of your path where you are being inverted and made to be still while you await till something inside you agrees and makes the move. But this is the time of stillness, of waiting, of the hangman is a symbol of suspended animation. You're hanged by a tree, not much to act upon. You are in major initiations here. Oh my God! So the wheel of fortune represents the the, the spirit here is conveying a message, one of really the cycle is completed and shifted and moved, and you are look, major arcana 20, major arcana 12, major arcana 10. So the spirit is saying you are at the crossroads, at the checkpoint, at the major checkpoint of your life. Things are shifting majorly, hugely, and there is a change of even luck, even the idea of good fortune is coming out of this, the waiting, the empowering, the peaceful moments that on where are you in your initiation stage. This is calling, your soul is calling you essentially to step, to see and to act from your heart. And this Adinian card is beautiful. Let's read. Fe Anzus. Anezus. The A rune, so it represents rune A, embodies the powers of synthetic Ondinian consciousness in the multiversal structure and in the psychological complex of humanity. It is the rune of consciousness, especially that which successfully integrates the right and left hemispheres of the brain. This rune is the magical ancestral power innately transmitted from generation to generation since the dawn of mankind. Anzus is the name of the ancestral sovereign divine being. It is singular. This usually refers to Odin as God in its singular. This link between consciousness of the gods and the mind of the man remains unbroken. The Thyrses and their gods seek to break it. The power contained in Anzus were given by the Odinic triad of Odin, Vili, and Vi at the shaping of humanity. These powers are received by humanity as the agents by which it can transform itself through the quest of knowledge and expression of that knowledge in work and word, guided by the Odinic model, which is this power that initiates and moves us into our spiritual path, into spiritual life, which we are spiritual beings and we need this. And this is that magical, quote unquote, magical power that moves us, which is the initiation, the call to arms, if you will, the call to awakening. The hangman represents this, which I will read now. It represents this initiatory stage, phase. It's number 12. like, let's hear it from the illustrated key. The gallows from which he is suspended forms a Tau cross, so wax wool, while the figure from the position of legs forms a fly foot cross, so orange wool. There is a nimbus about his head of the seeming matter, so a aureole, a halo. It should be noted, number one, that the tree of sacrifice is living wood, which lives thereon. It's living. It's not dead wood. It's not timber. It's living tree. That face expresses deep entrancement, and not suffering. So this you are in this sort of trance state, which leads to trust in the process. The trust and trance are obviously similar words, but similar in meaning, similar in orientation. One is animal nature, one is spiritual or human nature. To be trustworthy, to be trustful. And the trance is your limit. And you are in this trance through this Odinian magical power that moves us, which comes from spirit, from the earth. The face, Number 3, that the figure as a whole suggests life in suspension, but life and not death. It is a card of profound significance, but all the significance is veiled. One of the, it has been called falsely as a card of martyrdom, a card of prudence, a card of great work, a card of duty, but we may exhaust all published interpretation and find only vanity. It will be very simple to put that it expresses the relation in one aspect between the divine and the universe. He who understands that the story of his higher nature is embedded in this symbolism will receive intimations concerning a great awakening that is possible, and will know that after the great mystery of death there is a glorious mystery of resurrection. The cross obviously represents the resurrection of Christ, and the judgment is the call for resurrection. So your old self is dead. The cycle is over, the Spirit is saying. And the new self is being born, anew, alive. And this is the initiation. Oh, I'm receiving like major heavy energies here. Major, not like, I get a new job and I may move to a new city, but like major shift in consciousness. That moments when you almost like you phase out from and you see perspective, you shift, like your world is shifted, and now you see things differently, and this is it. And you are receiving, it's so visceral that you are receiving it physically. You can experience it, you can see it as it is. These are all major arcanas, which of course represent major messages, major shifts. The judgment call of the soul is a call for a true calling, true purpose. The hangman is the resurrection. The wheel of fortune represents and shows you that the tide is shifting, that you are moving, your luck is changing, your fortune is coming. And all will be well. You are inspirited by the spirit. You are moved by this Undinian magical force which moves you. Let's take advice from the fairies for this one card. Please, fairies, give us some advice on this, in this initiation, in this. What is the advice from the fairies message? Well, hick, the Geomancer. I see like observation, the wisdom, and the waiting, some sort of waiting. I see the old, the ancestral, the old, and also some sort of there are some eyes and creatures in the grass. Let's see in this. Not sure. 42. 42. Mick. Actually, Mike. Mick, the Neomancer. So this is M. Small clues, details. Yeah. The messages everywhere. Patience. Yeah, I was receiving like patience, like the times passing by and we wait. And this card also represents really patience, waiting for things to unfold, to unroll. But not waiting like we're bored waiting, but the integration phase of you have to wait until water boils or something like that. A Mayan answer reads the past, the present, and potential of all beings in the movement of mice. Mike, Meek, M-Y-K, is partially fond of reading the movements of field mice, and they are livelier and better fed than church mice. Little things can tell us a lot. Everything bears messages about the universe around us. Studying the details sometimes enable us to deduce the whole. Yeah, I'm receiving this attention to details, looking at small things and preparing. So in reading, attention to detail is important at this time. Little things are not only important in themselves, but also give you important information about the larger things. Look for the inner, hidden meanings in ordinary objects, happenings and experiences. Life is trying to teach you something by speaking to you gently. With luck and application, you will get the message before it has to speak to you more loudly. Body language in humans as well as mice may give you very useful information at the present time, especially if you learn to read it properly. The clues to the answers you seek and the things you need to know are all around you. You are surrounded by omens, portents, and signs. But the signs are not written on billboards in large letters. They are in small happenings in your life. Be awake and aware. Hint: if you work out what the question really is, it's much easier to recognize the answer when it comes. So the small things to analyze, to see, to evaluate the things around you that's happening. You are receiving signs. You're being called. Your soul is being called. Your soul is calling you. You are being in initiation stage. The time is now. what a beautiful reading. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.